Hey guys, welcome back to some more reviews. I am HorrorBoy465, aka Nate Murphy, the Explorer of Horror here, and welcome back to some more reviews. And, excuse me, today I'll be talking about a video game review. It's been a whole year since I've done a review on a video game, but I figured that since WWE 2K17 is, well, fairly close. I mean, it is in October, but it's not that far away. If you think about it, the months will fly by. But I figured that since that game's coming out, I'll talk about WWE 2K16. Raise some hell. Oh, hell yeah. This is probably my favorite WWE game. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do a review on this, or if I was going to do a top 10 games. But the games that I have, I couldn't make a top 10 list. Maybe a top 5 list, but I couldn't make a top 10 list, which that's what I was wanting to do. I want to make a top 10 list. But anyways, guys, instead of doing that, I figured I would review WWE 2K16. Now, this is probably my favorite game. My favorite game before this used to be 14, which that's still a great game. And for those wondering, will I do reviews on other wrestling games? Maybe, possibly, when I get the time. But with the zombie week, oh my god, the week of the dead, not the zombie week. I keep calling it the zombie week, but it's the week of the dead. You know what? If I call it the zombie week, then we'll also make that sort of like the week of the dead, aka the zombie week, because I keep calling it the zombie week. So the week of the dead, aka the zombie week. But I might call it the zombie week. But I keep calling it the zombie week. But it's the week of the dead. I'm gonna be very busy reviewing these films right here. Got all these DVDs lined up for just waiting to get watched and reviewed for the week of the dead. Because before I review them, I'm gonna watch all these films and give them to watch, and then give you guys an opinion on them. So maybe after I'm done doing those videos, I might be able to do reviews on the WWE games. But today, I want to talk about WWE 2K16. And also, if you guys are wondering about Money in the Bank review, me and Colton are going to do a video talking about the new era of WWE. And in that video, we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank. We shot the Money in the Bank review, but the thing was the audio didn't save and it got deleted. So the review was shot. It was already done. I was getting ready to upload and edit it and everything. But the review was lost because something happened that wasn't saved. So that review is gone. Money in the Bank pay-per-view. We did a review for it, but it's gone. It didn't get saved by accident. But we are going to talk about Money in the Bank 2016 in the video, talking about the new era of WWE. But that will be a little bit later on. I'm not really sure I'm going to do that video either. But today, talking about this. Quite possibly the best wrestling game right now that I've played. Granted, I haven't played the early SmackDown games. I haven't played SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. I played it for a few minutes. It was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed a SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. But I don't own that game. I haven't played it in a long time. Like, I would say that the last time I played that game was probably when I was 5 or 6 years old. It's been a long time since I've played SmackDown. Not Just Bring It. I have that one, but it's been a while since I played SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. But it's a really good game, really good, well, decent graphics for its time. And the thing that really impressed me was the wrestling, the grapple system. It was very basic, very fluid. Didn't have a problem with it, and the graphics were decent for its time. And it had a great roster. I mean, you had Brock Lesnar. You had, I think, wasn't John Cena in that game? I believe the Chain Gang John Cena was in that game. I believe he was. But you had the early John Cena in there. You had The Rock, I believe. Was The Rock in there? I can't remember. But I do know that Stone Cold Steve Austin was in there. Undertaker, Kane. All these cool wrestlers. Great roster. And I was really impressed by that game. But I don't own all the early games. I have played and I do own WWF No Mercy. Love that game as well, so I want to do a review on that game as well. It's a classic game. But I figured that since 2K17 is coming out, I will review 2K16 because I haven't really done a review for it yet. The video that I did was talking about this before it even came out, so it was quite a while ago. It was a video doing a vlog. I was doing a vlog talking about this game, and what I've seen so far, and how did it hold up and stuff like that from the commercials and stuff. And I was really hyped for this game. And for Christmas, I got a PS4. I got the Uncharted edition, which came with a lot of memory and stuff like that. So that was freaking awesome. I had gotten, let's see, I got Mortal Kombat X. I got, I bought Dying Light on the actual system, and I got another game too. I mean, of course, I got the Uncharted collection, and I got this game. I got another game too, but I can't remember if it was Fallout 4, The Witcher 3. I got some other game, or did I buy those games? I really can't remember. I got all my games mixed up right now, but I do know for a fact that I got this on Christmas. And unpackaging this was just, and holding this in my hands, I was just so excited to get ready to play this game because I was really hyped for the commercial and stuff like that. And the game is great. I mean, it's a really good game. On IMDb, it's 7.9. Of course, this game came out in late 2015. And honestly, guys, the thing about this game that was much more different than the other wrestling games is that this one was much more up to date. All the belts were up to date. I think Seth Rollins was at the time he was the U.S. champion and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But in October is when he got injured. That's when the game came out. So the game was actually extremely close to the actual results of the real life championships. I mean, that was when Seth Rollins, well, in this game, Seth Rollins was the U.S. champion and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. When this game came out, that wasn't that long before that. So very up-to-date game, a lot of updated attires, and the one thing that's really good about this game is the roster. The one thing, like other things are also great, but the one thing that really stands out is the roster. You have, I wonder if they have a number on here. Explore the biggest roster in WWE video game history. Raise some hell as your favorite WWE superstars, divas, legends, and more. And that's not even the DLCs. I mean, immediately when you get on the game, even before you go on story mode, you already have these great legends unlocked. I believe Stone Cold's already unlocked. You get The Rock, you get Ric Flair, you get Cactus Jack, and then on story mode you get people like Mankind, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. There's a DLC out where you can get another Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I do know about the DLC, but the Rising Stars DLC, wherever the freak that DLC is, with Los Matadores and I think 2 or 3 other people, but they're all just like either jobbers, or I'm just like, that's a crappy pack. I mean, you get Los Matadores. I can't really remember what else is in the pack, but Los Matadores is in there, and I'm like, this is a crappy pack, because it only has Los Matadores and 1 or 2 other people, and it's called the Rising Stars pack, which granted, it's not that much money, but still, it's like, I'm not gonna buy that pack. It doesn't look that good. I do want to get the Hall of Famer pack, which includes a bunch of Hall of Famers. And there's a couple other DLCs. The only one I bought so far, 2 I bought, was the Accelerator and the Terminator, 2 pack, which comes with Terminator from the first movie and from the second movie, which was freaking awesome. It was definitely worth the money. Great graphics on the Terminator, looked just like Arnold, and it was a great DLC. Although, I will say, though, his taunts were a little bit weird. I don't know, maybe it's because seeing Terminator in a wrestling game, it's just like, wouldn't Terminator break their back in half, or if he punched them, that would give them a concussion instantly or something like that, or, it would just be like, if he headbutts them, doesn't that mean he just killed them? But I do get it, it's the Terminator, as in, I guess the wrestling name of Arnold, would be called the Terminator, something weird like that. But I was just thinking, I mean, it's a fun idea. It's definitely a very fun idea, and we needed that, because if you guys noticed, for the past few years, I mean, we had Sting, but we really didn't have any fun unlockables. Besides Sting was a good unlockable, but if you think about the other DLCs on 2K15, which was quite possibly the worst WWE game. Granted, the PS4 edition wasn't as bad as the PS3 edition, but it was still pretty bad. You had Sting in that, but I really can't remember a lot of the DLCs for that game. But I do know that you didn't really have a lot of legends in there. 2K14, a great game, really good game, definitely one of my favorites. I would say it's probably my second favorite game out of the entire wrestling game franchise. That had a bunch of legends, and I don't really remember DLCs for that either. I do know that you had Ultimate Warrior, and you also had Jake the Snake Roberts, and a couple other DLCs, but I really can't remember them. I do know you can also get the Undertaker, the Undertaker, the biker Undertaker. You can get that Undertaker on that game. But really, we didn't have any like sort of out of the wrestling world characters that came into the game. You know, you had Terminator in this game, which shows that you can have like these out of the world of wrestling characters in a wrestling game. So that was a fun idea to put Terminator in here, and you know, the entrance to the whenever he comes in, you see actually Arnold Schwarzenegger standing there and going, "It's Judgment Time" or something like that, or "It's Judgment Day." And I think he like takes off the glasses, and then boom, you know, Terminator comes in. But the game has great graphics, top-notch graphics. They use a lot of the like the weird scanner thing that scans your whole body, and then it scans your face, and then they match it perfectly for the wrestlers. Some don't look as good as others. Some still look like they don't have that face scan thing technology. But some like Triple H, Finn Balor, John Cena, they all had some really good graphics done. And this one you get a lot of more as well as you get a lot more features as well. You know, you can create a diva in this. You can actually, and the My Career mode is actually more in-depth story. Which I did start My Career mode, but I'm not sure if I should make a video on it. I don't know if you guys are curious about that and want to see a series of videos about the My Career mode. I'll be glad to do it. But I don't know. It just depends on what you guys want. If you guys want to see me play My Career mode, it's up to you guys. If you guys want me to, I'll be more than happy to play it because I really enjoy My Career mode. It's very in detail, very in depth. Although the weird thing is that whenever Renee interviews you in this game as your superstar, she has this weird smile in the game, like she just does this, and whenever she talks, it's like her mouth moves and the words just don't match up, and there'll be these awkward, weird pauses, like she'll be like, "Hello, please help me welcome our guest tonight. How was the match tonight?" I'm like, it's like that, just these awkward pause moments that was just like, okay, that was a little bit weird. I have the feeling they're gonna put a name in there, but they just decided to not put that in there or something like that because she pauses as if she was saying somebody's name or something like that. But I don't freaking know. But My Career mode, well done. Universe mode is not that good though. The bad thing about this game is I played Universe mode, and I played it on 2K14. A lot of stuff happened on Universe mode in 2K14. Now I get it. It's completely randomized, so there is no real story to Universe mode. It just sort of happens. But I've been playing this. Nothing really happened so far. Maybe one or two rivalries at best. Maybe. But not a lot happened. It was just mainly, you know, match after match after match. No injuries. Nothing as far as wrestling drama goes. Nothing much happened. Maybe one or two rivalries, and that was me playing it for a good 2 or 3 weeks. There'd be maybe 2 or 3 rivalries and maybe 2 or 3 storylines, but then I'd still keep playing it and nothing much happened, you know. And in 2K14, you had a lot of stuff happening. I mean, we had a lot of rivalries that happened when I played that. A lot of good storylines were developed. 2K15, actually, the Usos turned against each other, so that was very cool to see that. Or was that was that happen when I was playing 2K16? I can't remember. I think it was either when I was playing this or this 2K16, or if I was playing 2K15. I can't remember. I think it was this game where the Usos turned on each other, but I do remember that rivalry. But still, even if that happened in this game, after that, not much happened. I mean, you guys seen it. We played Universe Mode. There was a few of them here and there, but still, after I was done making that video, I'd play it even more. Nothing happened. So, really enough, it may have seemed like there was a lot of rivalries going on, but in that episode where I did the gameplay in Universe Mode, not a lot happened. I mean, even after that, nothing much happened. I believe the Usos, I believe they got into a rivalry. It had a couple rivalries here and there, but nothing big. And just not that much happened in Universe Mode. I get it, it's randomized, but still nothing happened. You have a great 2K Showcase mode with Stone Cold Steve Austin, quite possibly one of the best wrestlers of all time. Of course, my favorite wrestler in today's roster is Roman Reigns. Hang on before people start booing me out of the building. I'm a fan. I was more of a fan of his old school, less talk, more fight. That's how I was a fan of Roman Reigns. I'm not a fan of how he talks now. I'm not a fan of, the gimmick is sort of getting a little bit old, but I am still a fan of Roman Reigns. I think he can wrestle. I think that him becoming a heel, sort of a heel now, is sort of interesting. Because you can definitely see that he's definitely becoming a heel. And still a fan of Roman Reigns. My favorite wrestlers of all time, though, would be Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know. I mean, I can't really name all of them off right now, but I do know for sure it's The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker. I don't know. I'll think about a little bit more later about some of my favorite ones of all time. But I do know for sure that Stone Cold Steve Austin is on that list because, watching. Actually, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a VHS, which is some old technology, but I'm gonna go get a VHS, which I watched that was really freaking awesome. Hang on, guys. Don't worry. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a VHS that is one of them's about Stone Cold Steve Austin. The other one I think involves Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they're really cool. These are drop the wrestling game. But here are some VHS tapes that I have. I have, first of all, the Austin 316 Uncensored. Very, very fun VHS. Not really that long. It's about 60 minutes. Not really that long, but still fun to watch. I still have a VHS player somewhere buried underneath all that stuff in my closet. But definitely a fun thing to watch. If you're a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin, this is all uncensored. You're hearing F-bombs and you're hearing all sorts of cuss words, which caught me off guard because of how PG WWE is now. But look, you can get the old school WWF logos. No blurs, no freaking annoying cutouts in the audio, which is what happens in this game a lot. No blurs in the WWF logo, no cutouts. No blurs, no blurs on no blurs like this. You guys can see that right there. That's uncensored. No blurs of the logo. No blurs on there's a scene involving one of these VHS tapes involving Val Venus. That's not blurred. And the cuss words are actually said. They're not bleeped out. So that's really cool. So yeah, this is pretty much I don't know. Austin is getting interviewed by Jim Ross, and he's telling about some of his victories so far, talking about some of his championship victories and stuff. And this was 98, so this was definitely in the Attitude Era, and it's freaking awesome. I also have, I believe, 98's WWF Unforgiven. This was really good right here. I watched the entire pay-per-view all the way. You get matches such as the first ever Inferno match with Triple H. No, not my bad. I was looking at the European Championship. But the first ever Inferno match involving Undertaker and Kane, which is a very good match. You get the European Championship with Triple H versus Owen Hart. And China was suspended with China suspended above the ring in a cage. So that was pretty cool. The first ever gown match was Sable versus Luna. You get a tag team match with the New Age Outlaws versus LOD 2000. You get a 6-man tag team war with Farouk, Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman, and the Nation of Domination. You get let's see, they get the championship match with champion Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Dude Love, which was also in this game. So yeah, really good VHS. And I've also got WWF Judgment Day. This again was 98. It was in this one it was Stone Cold Steve Austin as a special referee with Kane versus the Undertaker. So Stone Cold was still in this. You had New Age Outlaw versus the Headbangers. You had Taka Mitchell versus Christian for the light heavyweight championship. Wow, you could tell it's a long time ago. Look, light heavyweight championship. You got the Intercontinental Championship, Ken Shamrock versus Mankind. You got The Rock versus Mark Henry, Goldust versus Val Venus, which is the non-blurred segment and a non-bleeped out segment in this. Just really, really fun VHS tapes. I figure I would show you guys it because they do involve Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they're really cool. Actually, I picked all 3 of these up at a thrift store, believe it or not. Yeah, believe it or not, I picked this up. I picked all these up at a thrift store for about $1 each. So they're really, really cool. WWF Home Entertainment, the Attitude Era, definitely, and keeping them for a long time. But the 2K Showcase mode is really cool. You got a lot of classic matches in there, like Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania. Oh God, I can't. Is it 13? WrestleMania 13. Well, is it 13? I think it's WrestleMania 13. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart. You have the Survivor Series match. You have Stone Cold versus The Rock at all 3 WrestleManias. You get Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Dude Love versus you get him with the Dude Love. You get him versus the McMahons. A lot of cool storylines. And also, if you play like the regular modes, like singles, tag team matches on the game, you have a big roster to choose from. Really cool wrestlers, really good graphics. The matches have really good detail to them. And all in all, WWE 2K16 is probably the best wrestling game so far. Now, can 2K17, change that? Quite possibly. But so far, WWE 2K16 is my favorite wrestling game of all time. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching my review on WWE 2K16, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.